This is Sharifa with The Real Chat, where we get real with different people, getting to know their journey, their life, how they have come up with different things to make up their life. Now, for example, this lockdown, how people have coped up with life. So today we are getting real with guest who was once a teacher and he's now an MC, where he's very comfortable. So today he's going to tell us why he became an MC after being a teacher after lockdown, your name, what you're doing, and why did you choose being an MC?
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, my host. I'm called Steven. That was my chalkboard name, but now on the microphone, I'm called MC King Steven, the country boy. I was an MC, I think, since I was born. Me, I started MCing from barrios of young kids, those who have just died on spot as they were being given. And from there, people noticed that I can handle barrios. So I went on to young babies of 10 years, bro, who could die at our village, but I would host that. Then I started being called for barrios of elders in the village. Though I had not made it a profession until I left teaching. It's when it became my real profession. My day-to-day breadwinning game.
You were a teacher at first, so which subject were you teaching so that it got to inspire you more in becoming this good MC?
When I tell you the subject I was teaching, you cannot really think that I'm doing this job. But then perhaps it's where I am. I was teaching mathematics, and it taught me to calculate, to be calculative in life. To calculate, I learned to calculate my time, and that's how I got where I am.
So you as a math teacher, did you have this profession of being an MC in life before you becoming a teacher, or you just realized that it is going to be much better you becoming an MC after some good period of time?
I think my first audience was 2010 at the baptism of my brother's kid. So when I was chosen to be an MC, and I was like, oh, you mean I can make the crowd go wowing like this? So with time, I started from the village to the parish level to the sub-county level. Then I came to host the first event. It was in Rukunjiri town. The first ever urban event was in Rukunjiri town. It was 2014, and it is honorable the former woman MP for Rukunjiri who invited me for her friend's daughter's giveaway. I remember I was given 50,000, but I can't tell you how much I felt. I was like, should I go to Kampala and I buy a building at Kampala Road? Because I saw that amount as a huge sum on me for talking. Anyway, I would have stayed there in teaching if it was my passion, if my passion was teaching. I'm here, I'm doing the MCing and other businesses are wrong due to passion. So if the jobs are so tiring, but they are still passionate about them, then let them stay. But if they are not passionate about what they are doing, even if you are not passionate about media, I would say quickly quit and do what you're more passionate about. It will give you fortunes.
Okay, so you as an MC, do you have a family?
Yes, I have a family. I'm a wedded man. I have a wife, and she's a lady with one kid and is a daughter.
Okay, how has this job helped to bring up your family?
As I earlier told you, in this job, it's where I've made friends. And friends have made me grow. When I'm growing, my family is growing. I have I met a friend. She's a CEO. She owns a big supermarket in Kampala, and she really became a parent to me just through this
Small connection.
this emceeing. Because I met her, I did an extraordinary emceeing on her daughter's giveaway. She became a friend, and since then my life has changed.
Which languages do you feel comfortable with in this emceeing part, and which functions do you MC at?
I'm so comfortable with English. This being a city, most people listen to English. However, I also crossed to Uganda, though I'm not so fluent because it's not my mother tongue. And then the Rinyoro Chitara, the Ara, the Nyankore Chega, Rinyoro or Toro. I do speak. Though I cross over to Kiswahili, just kidogo.
You as MC Steven, like family back home, how did they welcome this? That okay, to get to understand that Chino Steven chakola mbulamu.
Anyway, my dad didn't welcome me too well when he heard that I'd quit teaching to emceeing. But I've always told people that the best ever decision one must take should consult his mind, because nobody is prepared to work with him or with her in that very decision. So he first thought I was kidding until he realized that it's where my life really lies.
After your family embracing it, so what about your wife at home?
By then, I had not married, and I can't say even if I had married, she would deny. No, she would not, because I am doing something that I'm passionate about. So she wouldn't deny, because she sees what I really bring back home after a gig.
Okay, so since 2020, we went into lockdown and things were stiff. No transport, no events, nothing. So how did you cope up with that kind of life, you as MC Steven?
I think if the lockdown found me, I was still teaching when I was even not on a payroll, it would have been worse for me. It found me in a situation where my weekly salaries, my weekly wages were cut off. So, but as I told you, I was a brand ambassador. So I used my phone and my data to do my things. So everybody who really needed me would bring in the products, then me, I would just market them. So I would earn from online marketing.
Okay, so what are your future plans?
You found me on phone. I was connecting five unemployed youth. What usually happens, people with job opportunities come to me to connect them to people who really want to work. I supply, actually on a weekly basis, I give job opportunities to average five people, 5 youth, because the bosses are my friends, and I find I cannot work at that amount, but I can find somebody who can fit in there. So in that line, I help the youth to connect them to big people, to job employments. Right now, I've gotten a call. They need 5 people to work as community liaison officers for the Isinjiro Kabuyanda irrigation scheme. And I'm connecting already. I've already connected 2 people and more contacts are still coming. By the end of today, I will have connected 5 youth. I'm the CEO of the Kanyo Compound Masters. I do gardening and compound designing and landscaping. So even when I was in the lockdown, I developed the art of landscaping and designing the compounds. And I remember when I started up that very company, I got 3 clients on board, which took me for 7 months to complete their works. So I'm not seated here waiting for weekends. No, I be here. I do interior designing, having a shop of curtains at Ruomu Street, Avema Shopping Center, B20. So if it's not a function time, it's not a function period, I'm into interior designing. If it's not interior designing, madam, I'm into landscaping and compound designing. And if it's not that, I'm on my business. I have a business. I do a grocery business with my family.
Do you work alone, or because if you're to come in the Baganda's ceremonies, they have the Katumwas and the other person who comes along with them. So gwokola weka gwengo omuntu oba oyina n'omuntu omulala gwokola?
It depends on which function. I don't do the introductions of the Kwanjura for the Baganda. Neither can a good Muganda do Kwanjura for Banyankweri. Every culture has got its cultural norms. So when it comes to the weddings, I do every tribe. But when it comes to those cultural functions, like you call it Kuchara in Uganda, I do not do that.
Okay,
because
that drives me back to the previous question I asked. Which functions do you work? Okay, do you work best with?
I do corporate functions. Corporate functions, they don't need any traditional whatnot. Yes. So I do corporate functions that call for English. English and the other languages I told you.
Yes.
But when it comes to our side, I do all. The Kwinjira, the Kwanjura, and all other. But when it comes here, mostly in Central, I do giveaways. I do weddings. I do host weddings in all kinds of hotels and what.
Can you share with us that worst moment, that worst event that you've been on?
I think the worst event was I hosted an event. It was at Kororo, around Kororo, in one of the Kororo hotels. The guy didn't give me the balance. The event was over, but my take home was nowhere.
Until then?
Up to now, I gave a call to that very guy. It was 2018. 2018. So I called the guy, please, Sebo, can I have my balance? He told me he doesn't have the money. Only what he can do is to give me a copy of the DVD, then I scrap off the words which I think are worth the money he had given me, and I leave the wording of the money I feel he didn't give me.
Okay.
So that turned out to be the worst.
Okay, I've been to. So what if someone wants you as an MC? How do they get you?
Usually it is on the job that I'm doing that usually gives me the direct clients. But those who do not have my contacts, surely they usually find me on Facebook. I'm there. On Twitter, I'm there.
How has social media helped you improve on your work?
Social media, I can say Facebook, because it came in before WhatsApp. Though WhatsApp gives you a quicker conversation with the client than Facebook.
Yeah.
So I would prefer Facebook more, because on Facebook you post and that post goes even
Viral.
it goes viral when you boost it. I have a Facebook page, MC King Steven K Squared. So that post remains there for years. Even somebody who comes after 10 years can find that post. But WhatsApp, the status lasts for 24 hours.
Okay, what are your future plans? What are you building? Do you want to make it more bigger? What is that biggest plan you've had in time?
I cannot say I'm developing this career to this, because it's the audience that develops.
Yes.
But then I would wish to host the events of the first families. My desire is to ever host an event where I'm having like 7 sitting presidents. That is the desire. Let's say it is an East African Federation meeting, or they are celebrating something and I'm the host. When the president of Southern Sudan, DRC Congo, Malawi, Rwanda, Burundi, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda are seated there and I'm the one speaking. That is
Your biggest future.
that is my future plan. That is my desire. It can't be a plan. It is my desire. It's what I desire, and I'm looking forward to that. That's why every day in, day out, I'm reading at least to conceptualize something new to meet that audience.
In this changing economy, how is it affecting your work?
The changing economy, yes, it is affecting me, but it's not me alone. First of all, the clients are crying. When they are crying, can I still ask for 1.5 M that I used to charge? No. I go down with the economy and I go up with the
economy.
I'm so flexible, but there are some standards where I do not operate. If you give me a gig and you're like, Steven MC, please, I'm booking you for 500, I have a function in December. I know I just say, stop. You've called the wrong number. You've called the wrong person. Yes. But I'm not saying that I don't earn that 500. If it is today, Monday, Tuesday today, and you're saying tomorrow I have a gig of 500, and I find the things I can forego tomorrow are not worth that amount, I just go. But usually if it is still a time, it should be 1 million plus.
Okay, so as an upcoming MC out there, what advice would you be giving them to move on with their life?
The problem which is common in Uganda is not identifying, is waiting for the formal education to identify your interest. And that is at a minimal thing. Everybody knows where their hearts lie, not where their capabilities are. Because if you gave me fine art and geography, of course, I don't think I would fail both of them. At least I would do something better than the other. But doing it better than the other does not mean that I'm better in geography. I can excel in geography. No, I can go back. I have a passion in something. If your passion is in looking after young kids, go have that thing developed. Look after young kids in your villages. You upgrade, then you find you have a baby's home. As time comes, you find you're the best. Your company is the best at looking after young kids. Yes, it's growing. You can't. Let's say if you wanted to start emceeing, you can't start from where I am. You have to go back. Then I was not to host events. So growing. Right now, me to go in Rukunjiri where my home is, as a district, to host an event, it must be that person who stays in Kampala,
Who has called you to?
who has called me to go for that function, because they are the ones who really understand the value of an MC and the They are the ones who can really manage the fee. But way back home, they just give still. They call you and they are like, can't you take 300? You know, we grew up together.
Yeah,
Such things. And I don't think I can handle every fare.
Steve, we would like you to take us through your last words to the audience.
Wow. The audience outside there, I would love to say, love what you're doing and drop what you don't love. Be aligned to what you're most passionate about and not what you qualified in. It's a world of mind. It's a mind game to excel in life.
Thank you for keeping up with the Real Chat. We are always going to be real on people, to inspire very many people out there to keep up with them, to keep up with us. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Kindly, we would like you to subscribe and like, plus comment and thumbs up. Thank you for keeping up with the Real Chat. It's your host, Sharifa.